Hi, everybody. I wasn't watching the video, so I wasn't ready for it to end. And I feel like it used to go longer, so maybe I'm wrong. Happy Mondays! That's really what I'm trying to say here. You can always tell when I'm doing things. I'm really bad at Skype. I'm sorry. Boop, boop. So, happy Mondays. We're joined by wonderful people. They're gonna say hi. Um, um, Ereni, say hello.
Hello, I'm Ereni, and I'm a cleric in Holocaust on the Red server.
I hear you stream once in a while.
I stream a lot actually lately.
Do you?
Yeah, a whole
Um,
lot.
so sometimes I may AFK on certain people's pages, and I got a thing because I follow you saying that you were streaming, and I checked, and I was like, oh, I must have missed it. And then I saw like new chat popping up, and then I'm like, I must have just missed it. And then I realized the video thing just didn't load, but the chat did. And I don't know what that is. I don't know what that's all about. um, and for people, click that
That's
link.
weird.
That's a Rennie stream link. You can go there.
Thank you.
You can follow her, and you'll know all the things that she's doing. Literally all of them. It will give you inside access to her house 24/7 every day.
Okay, that's not true.
That's absolutely true. And the only way you'll know is if you go there and check.
That's no.
It sounds legit. Uberbandit!
Yes.
Hi, buddy.
Hello.
I've missed you.
I've missed me too.
Uh-oh. I see deleted messages.
Sorry I did that.
Oh, no, that's okay. That all looks appropriate to me.
Actually, I was waiting, so I'm going to unban him and then ban him again.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
well,
All I
either
did
way,
was time him out.
you can click the, oh shit, now everyone can see. But you can actually click the message deleted thing, and it will show you what it says. But someone rebanned him, so it's gone again. Woo! Oh, wonderful. Teamwork, guys, teamwork. I've got all the chat people here tonight, chat room, so you better watch out. They're going to be on all over your P's and Q's.
Can I just say though that you don't have a list? I just
You know
think
what?
it's stupid to like keep saying Sirken has a list, Sirken has a list, and you just don't.
You're
Like,
going to...
I don't even understand where that comes from.
You're going to be
and then
rustling
why
some
keep
jimmies.
harping on it? It's just
You're,
like
you're expecting
must-
rational thought to
he
come from
must
that.
be like attracted to you or something. Like he's
There you
obsessed, really.
There's
It's
a
just,
lot of
you
people
you better watch
that...
out, Sirken.
That's it.
There's a lot of people that I worry about that with, actually.
I mean, you troll someone and then you move on. So when you like stick on the troll, there's like some hidden meaning there. So, just warning you.
Well, now I know. I'm going to need a bodyguard as well as legal representation, which is also Uberbandit. He's going to prevent me from saying things I shouldn't say this evening.
Mhm.
He might have to
I
answer
see.
some of the questions for me.
Nice. It's fun.
It's good legal representation. Uberbandit,
Yes.
do you stream? It's
No-
a trick question.
I mean, theoretically,
Uh-huh.
like, I'm able to.
Well,
There's the remote possibility, and should you want to partake in what is quite possibly a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity,
Because you only stream once?
just about.
Yeah.
well,
I mean,
links
there's
in
some
chat.
things I'd stream, but people wouldn't want to look at them.
Look, people like hot Asian girls, and people like lava lamps. So
Yeah, but I turned the game and it looks like it's textureless on an N64, and that's how I play it. So it's kind of questionable. No one would want to look at that.
I like it.
It's literally less graphically pleasing than P99.
Well, now that you just gave absolutely nobody a reason to go, click on that link and follow Uberbandit. It's gonna work out real good. Oh, Knix.
Yes. Hello.
Hi, Knix.
Hi, Knix. Knix of TMO here. How are you guys doing tonight?
Did you just say hi, Knix, back to me?
I think I did. Slightly distracted here.
That's okay. I'll allow it. Oh, you guys make it so nice and simple. So Knix is probably the most active streamer among all of us.
I am.
And I strongly suggest everybody goes to that link and follows her and clicks their follow buttons there.
There we go.
And
A lot of active stuff there.
is stuff. There's a lot of stuff. Chat room, people are excited. I'm telling you, Jimmy's a Russell. That's why I brought my lawyer tonight.
Well, you're gonna need me.
I'm gonna need you so badly. And then we have our very special guest this evening. Cucumbers.
Hail.
Hail indeed. Who are you, sir?
I am Cucumbers. I am an officer of Idiots and Savages, the premier EC Tunnel retired warrior guild.
You might be an officer. I don't know if we've confirmed that yet.
Nah, I'm an officer.
Oh, I see.
I confirmed it.
All right, fine. I'll allow it.
That cleared the lawyers, did it?
Yeah, no, it's fine. I didn't need to consult the lawyer on that one. Do you stream Cucumbers?
Nope.
Do you have a Twitch link you want me to plug anyway?
Nope.
Do you have anything you want me to plug?
Nope.
Alright, so I will say good old Cucumbers here, even though he might not be as active
Are
as
you
normal.
sure you're not ARG?
I'm definitely
You
not.
sound like ARG right now.
Oh, Ereni, we might have to look into that.
Yeah.
We're gonna, me and Knix and Ereni and Uberbandit, we're gonna go over previous streams. I'm pretty sure that might be a thing.
Yeah.
To be fair, I think I've only talked to Arg like twice.
I think he's only been on stream like twice.
Okay.
But it's too small of a guild, and they do... Never mind. Cucumbers. How's
Blurred
the P99 Reddit going? Do people know that there's a P99 Reddit? Do you nerds even know that?
I looked at it once, maybe a year ago.
Oh man,
I don't read it terribly much.
I generally hit it with my spam at least once a week. And Go ahead. Oh, I was just gonna say I usually hit it with spam once a week, but I also try to answer people's questions just enough to where they can't say that's the only thing I do on the Reddit.
Yeah, the Reddit's been pretty bustling. Every time I go there, it's up another 5-10 people that are subscribing to it.
Yeah, I like
And
that.
There's no spam there. It's actually kind of crazy. It's all like people asking like genuine questions, and it kind of moderates itself. Like if somebody's being a dildo, like people just downvote him and he goes away. It's cool.
Well, that's
You clearly have not seen my threads.
cool.
Because let me tell you, they are spam. Oh, people.
Usually I avoid like game Reddits because it is 90% whining, 10% screenshots I don't care about.
I will say I don't think I've ever clicked a Reddit thread that had the like the video thumbnail in the thing where it's just like a direct link to YouTube or to another site. I don't ever click those ever. And that's why I don't post my stuff like that. I usually try to lure them in with something like, here's something sexy from the P99 staff. And then they're like, oh, I want stuff. They follow their greed. And then they show up. And sometimes they're too high or drunk to click away. And other times they click immediately away. And other times chess doesn't allow them to listen to stream. So any of those work. But I do. I mean, whatever.
Just tells people to not listen to your stream.
No, I don't know
Kinda
if that's
weird.
a thing.
Okay.
I'm just talking shit. But
I heard it here first.
I have to be real careful about talking shit. That's what I'm learning because my mouth gets me into trouble. First, I got nerds saying I lisp. I've done 44 or 3 fucking of these things.
Ooh, screams.
And they're picking out 2 words that I might have screwed up on at like early ass hour, early morning hours. Oh, it makes me so mad.
Are they making a video of them?
Of who?
Ooh, a remix possibly.
A remix
That'd be
of
cool.
those 2 words? That would be pretty funny.
Oh, get Smetty on it. Smetty would do it. I love Smetty. Oh my god, we're getting some real colorful names in chat room tonight.
Alright, Sirken. Face Meltar has a question.
What is
Start
it?
off. Since everyone seems to be quitting and left you in charge, can you comment on development of a third possible team server? What sort of setup would you be interested to see? I do have to say I haven't thought about T99 in a minute.
Well, first of all, I'm not dev, so I can't speak for a dev or for the dev team, but I can tell you I'd be real interested in seeing a PvP team server, a hard-coded team server. That would just, that would make my innards so happy.
You either need 5 new devs to do it, or wait for Velius to be done.
Oh yeah, we're not doing
So
shit till after
yeah.
Velius.
It's not even on the table.
Yeah.
Because Velius has to be released, and then it has to break. Then they have to unbreak it. And then maybe they can start on it.
People have to get bored of it. Like, that's the other thing. I feel like someone... I guess maybe I could do it, since it's just as easy as anyone else. But I'm going to tell this nerd that there is indeed commentary. Can't words. Yeah, so PvP team server is the next thing I'd like to see if there was another thing. But I know not all you guys are crazy about PvP. Do you guys have desires about a third server, or what it would be if there was?
No.
Don't all speak at once.
Well, Ereni jumped in there. She was like, no, fuck your servers.
I mean, teams would be interesting, mostly because, one, you'd have the initial rush of players, so, like, it wouldn't be, like, my collection of experiences on Red where I just kind of chill semi-alone for a while and then get bored.
Right.
And you would be guaranteed to have a bunch of people leveling.
Yeah.
That being said, I don't know even what sort of rules. Would you still have, like, a 4 up, 4 down or something?
Yeah, there'd be a level limit for sure. It would just be... It'd be a lot like Red, but with hard-coded teams and item loot. You gotta try item loot right out the gate. I mean, if it doesn't work, you can take it away, but you can't add item loot into an existing server.
That is very true.
All the vets with no drop gear would just farm all the other people. It would be bad. It'd be real bad. That being said, I'd be all for just allowing straight full PvP with like full corpse looting in Vishan's Peak on Blue server. I think that would be amazing.
Now, how the corpse and item looting, like, what do you get access to?
On live, it started one item.
No drop gear.
Yeah, one item that wasn't no drop and that wasn't bagged, and then it got switched to coin. Unless you played on Ralos, I think Ralos was item loot a lot longer. But on here, we've talked about many different ways to do it. We've talked about including no-drop items. We've talked about having it randomly select an item from anywhere on your player. Yeah, inventory, bags, anything.
That would actually be hilarious, because you would just walk around with bags full of beetle eggs.
Well, yeah, it would be a strategy to go against the odds there.
Actually, can I just pack my bags full of salt?
I know Green Grocer would pack his bags full of salt and pepper and vegetables and cheese and cookies and burritos and all kinds of tasty treats.
Okay.
And he'd actually be happy if you were to kill him and get a tasty treat as a reward.
That actually would be great. He's like a pinata.
Oh, I like Green Grocer a lot.
Yeah.
He makes me very happy. If I had a server full of Green Grocers, I'd be a very happy camper.
What do you think CT does with all those extra arms?
Whatever he wants. Let me tell you something. The world is CT's oyster. Oh, my arms.
I mean, he puts on a mean puppet show.
Is that his pets? That's what he's doing with the pets.
That's Draco's just a big puppet.
Oh, I like Draco. He was the was it called the same thing? Was it still a Dracolich? I don't know, but it was one of like the first things last things. It's one of the only things I still remember from being in the monster manual from when I was a huge nerd playing D&D back before EQ was a thing. And so when I actually saw the Dracolich in Fear, my nerdgasm went all over the place. And because it was the picture from the book in real life, kind of walking around. I was, oh, that was a fun moment for this guy here. So I don't know how we got here. Where's my thing of things? All right, so I'm just gonna jump right in on the RMT thing, because that's a big thing that a lot of people know about, and it's on the top of my list of things.
Right.
RMT. People just gotta stop doing it. I don't know why people do it. I don't know if people legit don't know it's against the rules when are new here, because I know it's a lot of people that a lot of the people that have been banned recently for the RMT stuff, they're not veteran old players. A lot of them are new players or people that have only been playing less than a year.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a few people in some of the I don't even want to name a class. There's some people in some established guilds that were banned, and I know this because I banned a couple of them. I'd say I probably banned about 130 of the 440 accounts. And then Aussie and Rogan were the other two staff members that were doing it with me. I guess me and Aussie were doing it with Rogan. There's one guild in particular, and I'm not going to name them. I know Rogan might have named them in a thread somewhere. But it was just like, like every fourth account I looked up, it seemed, had this guild tag. I'd never even heard of this guild until earlier that day when we were going through logs. And
were any of them in officer or leadership position?
I honestly don't know. Well, the way we go through the stuff, that guild information isn't really available. Sometimes I don't even see the character name. I'll just see an account ID and an account name. But when I actually start following the trades, that's when I'll start seeing characters and some names, some names you just recognize. You see a name and you're like, oh, he's in guild blah, blah, blah. Like I see Knix and I'm like, oh, that's TMO. Or I see Cucumbers and I'm like, oh, that's Idiots and Savages. and with Ereni, I'm like, oh, Holocaust. And with Uberbandit, I don't even know.
Hat.
I have nothing right now.
You have nothing.
What? You left the guild?
What? Tinfoil hat?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was starting to look for a real guild.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Well, that's a good step.
You are a quitter. A quitter, sir. I want to put together an event on beta, and I'm going to make every guild submit one group of 6 people. And what I'm going to do is put together a group of 6 outcasts under the tinfoil hat tag and see how they do.
You should make it 4 people.
Why
so
4?
Idiots and Savages can compete.
Why don't you recruit 2 more guild members?
No.
I know you have high standards. I know. It's not hard to be a warrior AFK. It's very hard to find a warrior who AFKs all day in EC.
Who are the other 2 in your guild? Sorry to interrupt.
No, go ahead. Because I want to know too.
I think one was Kellen, and I don't know who the other person was.
Are you counting you and Arg? Right? Are you counting you and Arg as separate people?
What?
Are you counting you and Arg as separate people?
I think he is.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm going to allow that. I feel like the science isn't in on that yet. So yeah, RMT, don't do it. It pisses Rogan off real bad. And spoiler alert, for all you nerds who think staff is somehow engaged in RMT, if I was making money off it, I wouldn't tell you to do it. If Rogan was making money off it, he wouldn't tell you to stop doing it. If any of us, we wouldn't be like, stop doing this shit. We'd be like, do it. Do it all. I told someone else this, but I'm going to tell all of you guys. I'm going to start a new server, and it's going to be called Sirken Super RMT Pay to Win Box. And when you log in, you're just going to be greeted by a menu. And it's going to be like, this item, $50. This name change, $20. This thing, $50. You want Sirken to show up at your birthday party?
Auto run.
I'll show up at your birthday party for $75. Anything you want. Everything's for sale on Sirken's pay-to-win RMT server.
Should charge people per rank of sense heading.
I'm gonna charge people just to zone. There's gonna be a 5-cent fee on zoning. Oh.
The total booth in EC and
I'm not
actual
gonna play
totals.
on this server.
Oh, you'll play on this server.
No.
You'll love it. You're gonna think
Nope.
this is the best server ever.
No, I'm not.
I'm gonna contact you one day. I'm gonna be like, Ereni, please step into my office. And I'm gonna pull out this big file. I'm gonna be like, I have 12 instances of you zoning without paying the 5-cent toll. We're gonna have
This isn't gonna happen because I'm not gonna play.
We're gonna.
on that server.
Oh no! You're gonna play. This is such a good idea that I'm gonna get Rogan and Nobog
Wait,
to
am I
implement
forced
it.
to play this game?
You
Is that what
are.
you're telling
You are
me?
being forced to play on Sirken's pay-to-win RMT server.
Oh,
Look, if you
geez.
follow along, you might get a cut.
Whoa.
Hey,
Whoa.
I'm innocent in this situation.
Oh.
No one's
Ever.
interested on Sirken's pay-to-win server.
Well, yeah, I'm not playing on there, so
Whoa.
obviously I am.
Whoa. Everybody's innocent on Sirken's pay-to-win server. I don't know if you've been paying attention, but there's not very many rules over there. So, no
What if
rules.
someone tries to play for free?
Oh no. I mean, they'd have to never zone.
You gonna
Yeah.
call him out for playing for free?
No, I'll let them, but I mean, they'll be stuck in like GFA forever.
Yeah, I guess Wood Elf would be the way to go, maybe?
You'd have to, because then at least you can gank people coming out of Butcher or Elfe or Felwith or Crushbone. And it's
Whoa.
big, so you won't get bored.
Yeah, and like technically you could level off of there eventually.
I mean,
a
to like
reasonable level.
4.
Well,
No, I guess higher. You got Orc Hill, you got those bandits.
yeah, and you could like do something stupid with the guards.
I mean, not that stupid. We're talking like level 8.
True. Well, let me. Trying to think if there's any repeatable quests that would work that are just in GFA.
Is there a mail? Is there a bard quest in GFA?
Yeah, but those mail quests all cross zone lines.
Oh, that's right. Big Beef Stud Pal, you have a very important question that I will address immediately. I do have camels, but my small Bic lighter died. And let me tell you something, it was my emergency lighter. I keep a small Bic lighter as an emergency, just so I always have fire. And I was on it, and I thought it had more juice in there, and it died. And it literally died like 10 minutes after my nerd pal left with like 2 lighters. 2 perfectly good working lighters. And I could have had one of those, but no.
So what are you using to light your cigarettes then?
I stole my brother's lighter.
Oh.
He
We
doesn't
won't
know.
tell.
No, that's why I had to whisper it.
Uh-huh.
I didn't want him to know. But it's good. Now I have a big black Bic lighter, which I also don't want to say too loud because he's somewhere in this house.
Lowell wants to know if you would come to his daughter's birthday party if they bought the plane ticket and gave you a mime costume.
Wow.
No, I could never be a mime. I talk way too much. Way too much. Oh, if any of you nerds ever get the absolute pleasure of receiving a real phone call from me on the telephone, you will quickly
Yeah.
learn that you don't have to say a goddamn thing. I can just go and go and go and go. And I don't know. That's I feel like as long as I talk about interesting things, it's okay. I love that they're turning my lighters into racism. Oh, well done, guys. Well done. Do any of you people in chat or people here in this call have any questions about RMT stuff or the recent RMT wave of bans? Because I'll answer whatever I could and can.
Yeah,
Well,
who's
I
the
read-
supplier?
What's
There
that,
you
Rennie?
Who's the supplier?
There's multiple suppliers. We shut down 2 websites and a few different sellers from an eBay style auction RMT website. Those are actually harder to find because most of those are people cashing out. But what's up? Go ahead.
Well, after so many repetitions, I will read this.
Okay.
Alardi has been banned for calling out Rogan. He has 12 pages of positive threads asking for his unbanning. Can you give him a second chance?
Dear Tiggles, we here at Project 1999 very much respect the idea of democracy. We just don't follow it here, and we just honestly don't give a shit what players want, think, or feel. That being said, I have talked to Alardi a little bit, and I've been trying to find the exact post that got him banned, and I don't think I found it yet. I think he told me what it was, he didn't link it, and I didn't find it on my own. But I'll take a look at it, and if it looks like he was banned for some frivolous reason, then he'll be unbanned. But if he was banned for something legit, then he's just gonna have to accept his fate. And it should serve as a lesson.
He can make another account.
Well, see, that's the thing.
And
I was told he did make another account, and that was instantly banned as well.
Oh,
And
why?
so that's something I don't know. But I didn't do either one of those bans, and I haven't heard back from the person who did. And just like out of a respect thing, we don't overturn each other's stuff without talking to the person at least first.
Mm-hmm.
Because if someone did that to me, I would absolutely lose my shit.
Is there a lot of people petitioning stuff now that Durabale might have ruled on?
Yes, people always do that. If they got banned by, like, say I get banned tomorrow. Say Rogan comes in tomorrow and he's like, you know what, Sirken? I'm fucking done with you. Get out. And so, I pack my shit and I go. Every person that still plays here that I've ever banned will go to the petition form and be like, I got banned by the super corrupt GM Sirken. Now that he's gone, maybe justice can finally be delivered to me. Do the right thing, nerds. And so, yeah, a lot of those come in. I still get things about Uthgard. I still get things about Amalinda. I get things about Epfi. I get things about guides that didn't work out. And realistically, we very rarely undo any of those. If a person was banned unfairly, like, let's say I'm like, you know what, Knix? I'm fucking done with you. You're banned. just because. Like, you don't have to just take that. You can go to the petition form, and if I try to motherfuck you in the petition form to keep you quiet, then you can shoot Nilbog or Rogan or any other staff member a private message and be like, I'm being treated unfairly. This is what's happening.
I've heard that they answer those so quickly, it's just amazing.
Well, it's better to have a guild representative send it. I'm not gonna lie. I was sharing screens with Rogan last week a lot, and because we were doing things for this RMT bullshit, and I saw we were holding all kinds of things, and I saw he has 1,202 private messages that are unread in his box right at that moment.
Wow.
So he's probably not going to get to reading those. But I mean, if you get picked on, you can come to me. And if I'm picking on you, there's somebody you can go to about it. Nilbog, put it in the bug form. Make a bug thing. I'm not a dev. I don't see any of the dev reports. Put it in there. Tell Haynar about it. Tell Canris about it. Yeah, I mean, there's things you can do if you're being treated unfairly. That being said, to the time when a ban is done, it's for a legitimate reason. And so just because the GM either retired or was thrown off staff or whatever other reason GMs disappear, it doesn't mean we're just going to magically unban. It's not like a magical curse that gets lifted when the evil wizard is slain. That's just not how this shit works.
All right, Chase626 has a question a bit back. How do we know if our account is tagged for RMT just for regular trading or helping friends, X for items?
Well, today when you logged in, it would be banned. I mean, that's one way. If
I
you mean like
you
how
would
to
have to be
avoid.
doing like.
All right, look.
What
So
are the chances of someone who isn't involved in RMT getting tagged?
very
About-
slim. If you got tagged,
50%.
you were involved with RMT. It's really that simple. We're not
Well,
wrong. The only
I
thing
heard-
is you might not realize that you're involved with an RMTer. You might have made a completely legitimate transaction with an RMTer. And I don't mean some nerd who bought 10K. I mean you might have sold Platlord a fungi tunic for 65,000 so that he can resell it for 75,000. That's a huge way he makes money, is buying things cheap and reselling them high.
So if
And-
anybody tries to talk you down in the marketplace, tell them no, that you're not selling the plat
No,
lord.
no. That's why we tell people if you don't RMT to petition, because then we will go take a closer look and be like, oh, clearly this is a legit transaction. We're looking at like we don't. We pulled for like Platlord, for example. We pulled everything, and then we looked at every trade on every character on every account, one by one by one. The fact that those the other website has a post being like, oh man, some nerd freaked out yesterday and they banned 440 accounts today, har har har. That's fucking laughable. We spent more than a week digging through this shit, and finally just pulled the trigger. Like, but that said, like, we know not everyone who transacts with RMTers is RMTing, and that's why. But if you're banned, you absolutely did something with an RMTer, with one of the sellers. Or a buyer. Sometimes we see people try to be smooth. They'll pick up their dirty monies, transfer it, delete the character, try to fill up the account with new characters, thinking for some stupid reason we can't just restore it to a different account. I don't know what their logic is there. And then we just log in that character, restore all the trade logs, and follow the money trail. If you buy 50K and then 5 minutes later turn around and Knix gets that 50K, I'm going to be like, I wonder if Knix was RMTing. And then we just start to backtrack and forward track and just look at your history. And
Would you lock all of my accounts if I say I sold something to Platlord not knowing it, and you banned me? Would you ban me and my others?
generally, no. Generally, with things like this, we just ban the accounts that are involved. If it's one specific RMTer, like if we're going after one specific seller, then yeah, we'll hit everything he ever logged into. And with all sellers, like, we ban everything they've ever logged into. But if you're a buyer, we generally don't do that. Like, if you bought 10K one time, we'll ban that account, and we'll ban the accounts the money went to. But we're not going to look up every single thing you've ever logged into in the history of the world and ban it.
Okay.
We're much harder on sellers than we are on buyers.
All right. Face Melter has a question. Sirken, have you considered creating a staff position to create more events, possibly recruiting from the community? I read on the forums that Green Grocer would be interested in order to create a legit casino.
I mean, that's cute as hell, but the problem is you don't have the access to do that. I don't even have the access. I've been on staff over 3 years, and I don't have the access to do that. The last person who had access to do that was Uthgard, and he left a real dirty taste in some people's mouths, to the point where they don't ever want anyone to be like Uthgard again. And so, unless you can time machine to make Uthgard not a thing, or you can convince Rogan of other things, I don't know. I don't see a staff member being brought on just for that purpose, unless it was like, if someone maybe like Canris or Haynar decided they only wanted to do events and not do like dev work anymore, maybe something like that could be worked out. But I don't see us just reaching out of the pool of players and being like, oh, you know what, we should give you more access to the server than our head CSR GM. Have fun. I really don't see that happening.
All right. Alardi had the question, Sirken, how do I create petitions or bug reports when all my accounts keep getting banned?
Yeah, I know. That's why I told Alardi and chat room like 10 minutes ago that I was waiting for an answer from another staff member because I can't unban him without talking to the person who banned him. And I'm still looking for the actual post. I had to stop because I was working, but I'm looking for the actual post that got him banned. So that when the staff member tells me he was banned for disrespecting staff, I can be like, is this the comment that he made? Because if it's what I think it is, it's really not that bad at all. And so I just need to make sure it's what I think it is.
All right. Exodus had a follow-up asking, what if someone strolled by and picked up a bag they see on the ground that just happens to be someone's fat loots they tried to drop transfer? Will they get tagged if it just randomly happened they stumbled across an RMTer doing that method?
No, wait. Are you asking if dropping items on the ground... Let's say player 1 drops items on the ground and completely unrelated, lucky as hell, player 2 stumbles upon it and picks it up. Are we going to ban one of them for RMT?
That seems to be about right.
No, that's retarded. That's retarded. We don't ban people for picking up items or doing one-sided trades or transferring across servers. All of the tinfoil crackpot theories that are out there are real insulting, actually.
Sirken,
Yeah.
he's asking if the RMTer dropped the plat on the ground. I mean, I know you can't drop plat, but say they dropped the fungi on the ground and a nice guy walked by and picked it up.
Well, here's the thing. If a known RMTer, when we find one of their accounts, we find all of their accounts. If one of their accounts dropped an item and some other asshole came and picked it up, yes, they'd absolutely be banned for RMT, and yes, there were many, many people who did that. And many, many of these 440 people were banned for exactly that reason. Fungi tunics, puppet strings, various high-end items that people love to buy.
So in other words, if you find a random fungi tunic, just drop that shit like it's hot.
Here's the thing. RMTers, they're smart as shit. You're not going to randomly stumble across an RMTer's fungi tunic.
That is where I would be heading to.
I mean, if there's a spot, if there's a sign in Norath that's like RMT drop spot, let me know. Because, I'll set some shit up we'll have a good time there. But as far as I know, that's not a thing. And so, you tell me where they're doing these drops. The way it works now, anyone who's ever tried to do a drop item transfer and lost the item and needed it reimbursed, they've probably somewhat become familiar with the process. Like, we can absolutely see who drops things and who picks things up. We can see what zone, we can see the location coordinates, we can see timestamps, like, everything. Logs are like herpes, they're not always flaring up in your face, but herpes is forever. And so are the RMT logs. We might... problem is... how do I say these things? So many things. We found a string, just one little string dabbling from this garment, and Rogan just pulled the fuck out of that string, and the whole sweater just unraveled. And that's all you need. You just need one thing, and then boom, you find a shit ton of things, and then one of the things from that shit ton are going to lead you to a ton more things, and so on and so on.
It's kind of like YouTube, right?
It's kind of like YouTube, but a lot less entertaining.
Alright, we had a question earlier. Sirken, do you think Red Server needs more guides?
Yes. Absolutely.
Are there
Yeah,
are there apps out there?
Yeah. There's 2 apps that have been already approved by Rogan and Nilbog, and then there's 2 more apps that I'm trying to push on Rogan and Nilbog.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I'm hoping at least 2 of them, like all 4 of them would probably bounce around, but I'm hoping 2 would spend majority of time on red and 2 would spend majority of time on blue. I know Morgan's been putting in work on red server, and bless his heart, because he's boxing red and blue at the same time to handle petitions on both fronts. Aussie is also pretty much dedicated red guide. But his new work schedule, he kind of goes out of town, I guess you could say, every other week for a week. So you get him for 7 days, and then he's away for 7 days, and then he's back for 7 and away for 7. And so when he's away, I try to help with the in-game stuff more, and so does Morgan. And then when he's here, I kind of back off and try to focus more on blue and the petition forum. But now there's shit just falling off the sides of my plate. I need a second plate because I've got 2 months of Darabale's old stuff. I've got, and that's not just me. It falls on all of us. We're splitting it, but I mean, it's still more shit on my plate. Had to help Rogan with all the RMT stuff last week, along with Aussie, and then all my regular shit that still just keeps piling up. I got 90 petitions waiting for me in a petition form right now. 90.
How many, if you were to estimate based on the number of petitions you got in, how many people do you think are innocent that just got caught up in it?
Oh shit. It depends. I don't know exactly how Aussie's method works. I don't know exactly how Rogan's method works. I only know how my method works. I know I banned like 130 accounts, and I think 16 of them have appealed, and one of them has been unbanned so far. And that's because that player was able to... I hate coming at players like an asshole, but I have to when I think they're guilty as shit. And this guy looked so guilty because it was like RMT transaction occurs. I shouldn't tell you what we look for. A bunch of things happened that just screamed guilty. And it was a kind of a very well-known player. And it's also possible that one of his guild's guild banks were on that account. And so he was like, we need to help. And so I told him, I'm like, you need to explain this. And he explained it. And so then I went digging through more logs. And there was one thing I didn't understand about what he was saying. And I was like, then why is it like this? But he had a really good reason for why it was like that. And so I threw him back to the water. I said, go swim. Go be a free fish.
Now, you said most of these accounts that were banned, you said they were younger players or people newer to the server?
Yeah, most of them, based on the account ID numbers, I can kind of tell how old the account is.
Right.
Because, they just keep getting higher and higher. And so most of these accounts aren't more than a year old. Some of them were. Like, some of them...
Do you think that these are players that are new to the server, they don't read the rules, and maybe they are ignorant to the no RMT thing? Or do you think these are new players who are just like, fuck it, I'm not going to get caught, and do it anyway?
I think it's both. It's both.
I could never feel someone that's ignorant to the rules when they're written right in front of them.
You'd be surprised. I mean, if you look on the forum, in the RMT threads, there's people asking, what does RMT stand for? There's people out there that genuinely
like right now,
know.
I'm looking at a RMT website with a thread called "Want to Sell Chardock Proxy" on P99.
Oh my goodness!
And they are offering proxies in Chardock for 40 plus classes. It's almost as good as a Bard power level. Are
they selling Bard power levels too?
No, not here. He's just saying it's better than that.
Oh.
But, yeah, like, that pisses me off. But that's not even why I'm here right now. I'm looking for something else.
Alright, Sirken, we're a little back.
No, hold on. I have to read something.
Oh, okay.
This is actually posted on this RMT site. It's called The Safety Guide. And there's all these stupid things you can do, but then you go down to paragraph 2, and it's titled Safety from GMs, specifically for Project 1999. And then it's got 5 different tips and tricks. And these, let me tell you something, these are pro tips, guys. 1, don't publicly post your email. 2, actually, no, I don't even want to read it. Look, here's the thing. Some of the things they think we track and don't track is absolutely laughable. And it really pisses me off that there's a section that's like, this is how to hide your shit. And the reason I bring this up is because while I do think there are legit players who don't know it's against the rules and don't think they're doing anything wrong, when you see a thread like this called basically how not to get caught cheating, you have to at least suspect on some level that maybe there's a chance you're doing something you shouldn't be doing. Maybe. That's my point.
Yep.
Oh, nerds. Oh man, I keep forgetting you nerds can see the chat room, and so I have the RMT site on my
A
stream.
very small corner, yes.
God damn it. So
What
I
site
mean,
would that be, Sirken?
thanks for paying attention and telling me that. It was actually in the window for a second there, so if you didn't see it, I'm not going to say it. But spoiler alert, that site's not safe. And actually, the big RMTers are making it even less safe, because what they do is they go to the individual sellers who are just like quitting and selling off their shit, or just, you know, the not career RMTers. And they're like, hey, I'll buy your shit off you for X amount of dollars. It's a little bit less, but I'll buy it all in one shot, wholesale. And so they're like, yeah, it's a good idea. And it's really just nerds like, I don't want to say their names either. It's really just the big RMT people's restocking their supplies after we take it away. So, hooray.
All right. From a bit back, question. Sirken, do you lose sleep over people giving banned or give zero bleeps during your epic slumber and think only of excellent breakfast burritos and hot wood elves?
I only sleep for like 4 hours at a time. It's not long enough to enjoy it. But no, I don't feel bad about banning people.
Tajellan wants to know, is there someone in the works to replace Darubale?
Darabale just left like a week and a half ago. And then we instantly had to deal with this stupid RMT thing. And so no, we have no one in the works right now.
Perp wants to know if most accounts that are banned are not going to get unbanned.
Yeah, most accounts are not. Like I said, we're not just pulling names out of a hat here. If we banned you, you were doing something with an RMTer, and odds are you're just feeding us a shitty fake story. But if your story checks out, then we'll unban you for sure.
Tiggles wants to know, Sirken, can you tell us how this RMT ban wave is TMO's fault?
Yeah, everything's TMO's fault.
Knix, can you concur?
I'm sorry, I muted my mic because that was just so funny. Everything on the server that's wrong is TMO's fault. Yep.
Yeah, I've blamed TMO for real life problems. I'm not even kidding. Like, I'll miss a light and I'll blame TMO.
Thanks, TMO.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Can we make a meme?
Make a
I
name
think
for
we
what?
had one for a while.
Really?
It was
I've never seen
chest saying that.
one.
Oh.
Alpha Lutz wants to know how you're doing today, Sirken.
I almost just made a Sirken Rogan Bloomin' Onion joke that would have been really inappropriate. I mean, I've actually had a really busy day. I had to put on real nice clothes, not to get confused with court clothes. Actually nicer than court clothes, maybe. And, I had to be a very responsible member of society today.
Do tell.
I went downtown. I saw the good old rock and roll McDonald's and the Portillos that Cast was going on about last stream. I thought about taking a picture for him, but then I was like, no. And I ended up taking pictures of other things. Because my city's awesome, and I like to take pictures of it and show it to people. And so that's a thing. And what else? It was cold as balls.
It's not the worst. It could be worse.
Yeah, it could be last fucking winter.
Well, I don't know if it hit you guys, but sometime like mid January, it was
January?
fucking frigid. Hey, hey.
So how did you keep your nice clothes non-snowy?
I don't know if you know this, but snow just like melts like water. Like, what do you
Really?
mean not non-snowy? What do you mean?
Well, by extension, not wet, but I
Oh,
think you
it
answered
wasn't
that.
actually snowing today. It's just still all over
It's
the
too fucking
ground.
cold to snow.
Well, I
Oh.
don't think so. Really? Can that be a thing?
When it snows in Oregon, it's like nobody shovels their driveways and nobody shovels their streets and stuff because like in 24 hours it's gone.
Oh yeah, you can get
So-
ticketed here in Chicago. They will
Yeah.
give you a straight up ticket if you don't shovel your sidewalk.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you can literally leave your house in street clothes, in street shoes, and walk around and not be in snow.
Sounds horrible.
I mean, I don't know who the hell would do that, but yeah.
On snow days
considering how
here,
much
you
foot
wear
traffic
snow
you
boots.
have.
Yeah, you wear snow boots around here when it snows.
I have snow boots. They're great. I like them a lot, actually.
They're just not dressy.
I mean, I don't know, maybe. I could wear them to somewhere fancy if it was really cold and snowy. They'd understand. Oh, I was going to wear my super comfy shoes downtown today. And I was like, no, gotta sacrifice comfort to look good.
Sirken, I need you to prepare your body for another hypothetical from good old Exodus.
From who?
Exodus.
Oh, yeah, give me his hypothetical.
Alright. Within the RMT scan process, how do you determine kindness from the blatant RMT? What if someone gets an old EQ friend or perhaps a family member to join P99 and twinks them out to the brim? Is it based on past history, or would they eat a band these days of the transaction?
Let me stop you right there.
That's the end, so.
If the person you're giving things to or receiving things from is not a career RMTer, you don't have a problem.
There you go.
We don't care if you make one-sided trades. There's no magical flagging system that's like, oh my god, Knix just gave Ereni an item, and now Cucumbers just gave Uberbandit money, and neither of them got anything in return. These aren't
I'd
things.
be so banned.
These
Well,
aren't things.
That happens all the time.
That
That's
people...
not RMT.
It happens all the time, what?
That happens all the time, and it's not RMT.
That's what I'm saying. If we banned people for that, we'd literally ban half the server. Either server. Pick one. I mean, I'm sure, Ereni, you said you started on Red like a month and a half ago. I'm sure people have given you things to help you start without getting anything in return, right?
Yeah.
Have you been banned for RMT?
No.
The answer's no.
Yeah.
That's the answer we're looking for.
Alright.
Me? Say no.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hi.
Say
All right,
no.
so that
You
that
can't
didn't
hear
go.
me, right?
That didn't go as well as I was expecting or hoping at all, really. So,
Wait, you can hear me, right?
I can
Yeah.
hear you.
Okay, good.
We can hear you now, but if you were answering before, we couldn't hear.
Yeah, no, I definitely answered. That's interesting.
Alright.
Did you think we were all just stunned into silence by your answer?
Yeah.
Like, wow, I just dropped a hammer on these
Yeah,
nerds.
I thought that's...
Yeah, but the thing is, like, Ereni's not banned for RMT right now, and she's received one-sided trades. The people that gave her things were involved in one-sided trades. They're not banned right now. Like, we don't ban people for dumb shit like that. And when I see people in the forums like, oh, I'm so innocent, they probably banned me because I give stuff to noobs because I'm such a good guy. That's bullshit, because we wouldn't have banned you for that. Unless you were giving or receiving things with an RMTer, you're not banned.
What if I've had people come up to me and say, "You're TMO. You're not going to steal my stuff. Here, can you just put it in my window and say, transfer this to blah 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 person." Should we stay away from those kinds of things? Frantic typing there.
I'm sorry. I was typing too. You just got like triangulated by loud ass keyboards.
I'm in Sky right now, so I have to say things
So,
sometimes.
Sirken.
Yeah.
Did you hear my question?
Um,
People see my tag over my head and recognize me from your stream and will hand me objects to transfer to their other characters.
well, it's because they trust you. They know you're a good person.
But what if an RMTer decides that I'm a good mark to transfer plat?
I mean, then when Big Bad Sirken comes to you and he's like, "Fucking explain yourself," you gotta explain yourself.
I'd probably say I have no idea. I don't recall.
To be realistic, I'd be like, Rogan, it's fucking Knix. And he'd be like, alright, unban her. Like, we just know Knix is innocent.
As long as she doesn't change her name back to that awful thing, huh?
What was your name before? Oh shit, what was that?
It was fuck that
You were
noise.
pissed, yeah. Oh, was that over the
I
raid
was
suspension
pissed.
stuff?
Yes, that was
Oh my
Fruity Gate.
god.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Do you think? Let me ask you something. Who do
Uh-huh.
you think suspended TMO for that?
You did? Darabelle did? Because Fruity had logged onto our accounts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And who do you think suspended the raid suspension after, like, continued it after the Fruity suspension ended?
Well, Rogine did.
Okay. Funny
He did all
story. I didn't
Okay.
suspend TMO.
Uh-huh.
Rogan suspended you guys for the Fruity thing and suspended you guys for destroying the raid scene. I
Yep.
suspended everybody else so that they couldn't use it as leverage. But it's
Well, it's good because they were going to use it for leverage, I heard. Oh, goodness, I'm gossiping. I got to stop. Sorry. We're headed in that area where you don't want to talk about.
Do you need legal representation next?
I might.
do.
No, what? No! I need it!
You're fine. Right now, you're not crossing any lines.
Oh, okay.
Well, I can say I really could when I read the forums today and I read the couple people from that guild that had a lot of members suspended. It's like I could relate a lot to what they were saying is because the good people in that guild they don't go along with RMT and they had no idea that the other people did and were doing that. So I don't even remember what their guild name was. Black something. Black Midnight, Black Dawn, Black something. But I felt bad.
Yeah. Well, give me next.
Frugal99 wants to know what the average response time for appeals are.
It depends. It depends who banned you. Rogan's dealing with his, I'm dealing with mine, Aussie's dealing with his.
Time. It will take time. When you guys don't actually have like a work day or anything, it's honestly a little hard to say because it really depends on how much free time and energy you have to do it in the first place.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, when I do petitions, I don't sit down to do 1 or 2 petitions. I sit down to do as big of a batch as I can. And so I'll do as many as I can, but that's just the way I do things. I'm only dealing with the ones assigned to me, which are the ones I personally banned. So, like, Aussie, like I said, Aussie goes out of town for work every other week. So if you're waiting for him, it's going to be a little bit longer. Rogan, you're going to have to go around his schedule. I know he works late on Mondays usually, and so when he ended early Sunday, when he went to bed Sunday, like, he's probably not going to get into it again until either late sometime tomorrow.
So the people know if they were banned and they put in a petition, does it say who's doing the petition? Do they get something back that says it's Aussie or it's you or it's Rogine?
Yeah, you make your petition, and then me, I usually will go through and will put either my name or someone else's name in parentheses
Gotcha.
in the title there.
That makes sense.
Oh,
All right.
wow.
Little guy wants to know if there's any word on when Velius will be announced.
When Rogan says that we can talk about it, I guess. I don't know.
All right, but essentially, there's no new tentative time frame. It's not at the end of the year last year.
We've got
anything like
other
that.
things we have to deal with.
Mm.
I don't know what I can talk about, but there's other things we have to deal with, and I think Rogan actually mentioned some of it. So I'll just say it's not even all dev related. We have outside things we have to worry about. And we're not going to release Velius as long as that's a thing. So, and we're definitely not going to give a date until that's no longer a thing.
You talking about repops at all tonight?
No, Rogan works late on Mondays. He ain't doing shit tonight.
Why do you have any conversations that you can share about the status of regular repops?
What do you mean?
We've only had like 2 repops since November.
Oh, that's garbage. That's absolute garbage. I know there was a couple in December. I know there was one on New Year's Eve. I think there was maybe one other one so far after that, and one in February. There's definitely been more than 2 since November, because I can think of yesterday and New Year's. That's 2 right there.
Okay.
I know they're not as often as promised, and that's just because Rogan's the only one that can do them. They're not automated, and so he actually has to physically be around to do it.
We were wondering if Rogan was mad at us as guilds in particular, and that's the reason why he wasn't repopping.
I mean, when I go into CSR chat ranting and raving about how upset I am at the players, I'm sure it doesn't help.
Okay,
But,
so we got to start smoozing you a little bit more. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, it doesn't hurt. It does not hurt.
Oh, mercy.
What can you do?
I mean, you can just do that.
Oh, man.
Sirken, we've gotten this a couple times, so I will put it to you.
Put it to me.
All right, Cuddles the Killer wants to know why Darabale left.
He retired. No longer, he's just retired.
UGTV wants to know what expansion is P99 stuck at.
We're currently in Kunark with Velius on the way.
All right, Bunnyman asking, Sirken, do you think people are nicer on red or blue?
Depends on too many things. Depends who you hang out with on either server. Depends what kind of person you are. Depends how you treat other people. Like, it depends on so many things.
Big Beef Stud Pile wants to know, Sirken, does 50 plat still buy me 50 plat? Do you know what?
Oh, that's the best question of the night. He wins. I mean, that's something my lawyer should be addressing, by the way.
I mean, confirmed Sirken 50 plat bribes.
Thanks, lawyer.
I mean, we have, look, it's on tape. I can't defend this, all right? You
Oh,
incriminated yourself.
that's what a
Please
lawyer's
so
for.
much.
If it wasn't on tape, I wouldn't need you. I need you to twist the tape.
Let's see. Phase Melter finished your question, and I'll bring it up. Let's see. I know that was answered. Velius is eventually. There really isn't anything right now, and they're dealing with other things. Rogan, probably, you addressed it in the post you were saying.
Well, Alerty's
touched on it.
asking if Durabel got a golden parachute.
I don't
Isn't a
even
golden
know.
parachute a percentage of your income from the corporation, kind of poured into retirement? I think you could say that Durabel got a generous golden parachute based on the fact that he didn't get paid to work at the server. So he got a large percentage of what he didn't get paid.
A very large percentage of 0.
Yeah, there we go. Because
I'm expecting my 15% raise real soon, too.
there you go.
All right. Phase wants to know if any attempt has been made to reach out to the recently fired SOE employees.
Ooh.
Oh no, I was talking about something else. Oh man, I think it sucks for anybody who had a lot of hope in those games.
Yeah.
But realistically, Sony hasn't done anything that, like, Sony hasn't done anything since literally EverQuest, where I've stopped and been like, that's a great group of guys you got working on that there project.
I mean, Landmark seemed kind of interesting. I played around when the open beta was the thing, and like, it had some, potential, but now, yeah, I question whether or not it's gonna ever get finished.
If you're into like building shit and shit of that nature, sure.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I never got into Minecraft. I never got into Landmark. The closest thing I got was Terraria, and you should see my houses. They're like minimal third world structures. Fuck it. So, I mean, yeah, I feel bad for people that lost their jobs, because that sucks. And I know some of those guys have been with SOE for a long time, and that sucks. But I also don't expect this new company to try and do anything. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't expect them to do anything other than milk it for whatever they can and then sell it off. And
All right.
hopefully I'm wrong.
Olaris is obstinate. He wants to know why you won't accept his Steam invite.
I don't log into Steam very often. I do it to play Counter-Strike with Rogan. And that's pretty much it. I'm a huge Steam noob. He had to tell me how to join the P99 staff group because I couldn't figure it out.
MG Kiddo wants to know, is 50 platinum, you know what, mean you're coming to my birthday party?
No, that's only the super, Sirken super, whatever the fuck server.
Alardi wants to know, Sirken, how well did that ESO do?
It didn't do well. It didn't do well at all.
I mean,
is that a real question?
It's phrased a little awkwardly, but I think that's the question and answer.
All right.
ESO did not do well.
I feel like that would have been more relevant to ask me in like July.
Mm-hmm.
I
ESO is
haven't
Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah, I haven't played since July.
It turned out like every other MMO that's come out in the last 5 years. Poorly.
Play for a month and then that's it.
Yeah, pretty much. MG Kidda asking if they canceled EverQuest Next.
Not that I've heard.
I mean, they fired the dude that was essentially the face of it.
Yeah.
So, it's questionable right now.
Have any of you played EQNEC or Landmark?
I played Landmark with one of my buddies.
Is it free?
Yeah.
The beta was. I think it's gonna end up free, but there were like
Is there a cash shop? Like, is there anything you spend money on in that game?
cosmetic like clothing, I think.
Okay. So
And
something.
there might have been some other, like, it was all preliminary anyways, because this was like alpha level content.
Right. I'm just thinking if there's any way for them to still squeeze money out of it. If there is, then they'll keep. If they're making money on it, they're gonna keep it running. If they're losing money, they won't.
If they are making money off of it.
Like that's.
I mean, making money on that.
That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
It's all about the dollar. If they're not making money, they're gonna close that shit down.
I mean, didn't they have like this in-game, like in Landmark tribute to all the devs that got laid off, and it was like all 15 people that still play Landmark? I don't think they're making money on that.
I could be wrong, but the beta went closed again a while ago.
Mm.
I don't know if it reopened. I wasn't really keeping my ear to the ground. But like this was like maybe I want to say almost a year, 6 months maybe that I was in or I played around with the open beta.
I see.
So my memory is not the best. I know it was fun. Like the mining around with the grappling hooks thing was really cool. Like I liked it.
Mm.
It was neat.
Yeah. Like
But I don't know.
it's something that I would have played like when it was finished. Because I mean, they mentioned possibly adding like combat to a degree, and I don't know. It was interesting, but I've since lost hope for it ever becoming a thing.
Yeah.
Perp saying EQ Next has the largest development team at SOE. It's going to be more than okay. Well, that's good. I mean, at least it will get done.
Let me answer Big Beef Stubpowell's question about who is Daisy, because that's what this spammer keeps spamming about. Daisy was a player who played on this server a few years ago. I had watched them grief players for a good while. It was one of those players that I put on the friends list just to follow around when they're online, because they're always doing shitty things. And so at one point I caught him doing something shitty, and it wasn't necessarily against the rules, but it was shitty. And I said, you know what? I'm going to change his stupid name from Tim Tebow to something else. Maybe Daisy. I don't even know if I let him pick it or if he picked it. I have no idea. But the name change thing happened. And then, oh my god. I just totally abandoned my conversation.
The name change happened.
The name change happened, and I sent him on his way hoping that he would quit. Because sometimes people won't re-roll, and sometimes if you take away a name they love, they just won't play here anymore. And I figured that would be a way to get rid of someone without banning them, who was detrimental to the well-being of the server. And so then the other morning, oh, I'm so fucking mad right now. So the other morning, I was streaming. I was doing petitions, and there was a ton of things that I said that I probably shouldn't have said, which is why I never bothered uploading that petition Quest 7 to the YouTube page. And I totally forgot that it was already up on Twitch. And I re-listened to it, and I was just like, nope. Like, I did upload it to YouTube, but it never went public. It was uploaded as an unlisted video, and then I went back and re-listened to it, like I always do. And I was just like, no, we're not putting this up. But now I won't take the one down off Twitch because I don't want people to think I'm trying to hide it. So I'm leaving it up there for them to listen to on there. Basically, that day, which was Sunday last week, someone asked me about that player, and I was like, that player was a piece of shit. And whatever. And so... oh my god, I'm so mad. I can't even look at Skype right now. And so, so I said this person was a piece of shit. And then a bunch of forum nerds lost their fucking mind and started posting that I was a horrible person because I wouldn't take back what I said. And so, whatever. I mean, I never said I'm glad bad shit happened to the guy. I've never said that I wished bad shit happened to the guy. I never said I don't feel bad for the guy's family. But dying doesn't magically erase everything you did while you were alive. I'm not going to get into the details. If anyone cares, there's a thread called All the Sirken is a Piece of Shit Threads Moved Here Enjoy. You can go in there and you can read the whole story. We looked up the actual article about this kid's death because we remembered certain circumstances around it, and Rogan posted that too. And so, I mean, it's shitty that he died, but I mean, it was what it was. I'm not gonna pretend like I didn't feel a certain way just because he passed away. Like, that's retarded.
Alright. MG Kiddo wants to know if you can get more videos of your dog.
I posted a video of my dog on YouTube for like a day. I put up a super secret YouTube video, and I figured only the subs on YouTube would see it. I only left it up for one day, gave them enough notice for the email to go out, and if they wanted to watch it, they could have. It was like 14 seconds of my dog being dog.
I've not seen your dog.
Well, you should have been on the YouTube page.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I put it up Saturday before I got doing things, and then I took it down Saturday when I was done doing things.
Alright. Perp wants to know if him and Alardi can be guests next week since nerds raged out on me this week.
I have a rule that I don't take requests for guests. I'll definitely ask people. And I already know who's coming on next week. So, that's a thing.
Alright. Nix, did you have something?
Nope, I was
You made an interesting noise.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This mic is too sensitive.
Alright. Face Melter, following up on his question before explaining a bit. I was hoping there was a chance to get any of the original EQ source from uncompiled uncompiled clients from the devs who were removed from SOE. Has anyone managed to do this or even been in touch? Essentially, trying to get inside scoops from old SOE people.
Sounds like a really bad idea.
Then, I mean, how many of the original EQ
I don't
workers
think
would
any
still
of
be
them,
in there?
first of all, and second of all, they don't have anything that we would need at this point. Like, we're not trying to make the shit like current EQ at all. We're trying to undo all the work they've done over the last 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
They probably wouldn't like us. We basically are like, everything you do is garbage and we don't like it.
So is there any retiring SOE employees that might want... Oh my goodness. Good grief.
I seriously doubt anyone who ever worked professionally on something like that will want to have anything to do with a free, unpaid EQ EMU position.
I would agree.
It
Unless
would be
they
a
just love the
complete
game.
waste of time, and the stress and fucking headaches that come with it, you guys can't even fucking imagine.
Oops, I'm sorry, I'm making noise.
I don't. It's okay. It's not bad. I am just like raging out of my face right now, and I don't think any of you guys know why, unless you can hack into other things that I'm seeing happen.
You could tell us.
No,
There.
no, I really can't. I really can't. But yeah. Is there anything else? Is there something else? Distract me.
My question document is completely empty. Chat. What?
Chat,
Well,
questions, Q&A time, speed round, let's do it. Fire them off. Cucumbers, while I'm waiting for those nerds to fire off questions, I'm going to ask you some questions.
Let's do it.
Why should people play on this server?
Because it's awesome.
Why, what would keep somebody here longer than, say, a month or two? What is it? What's the hook that P99 offers players as a player? The community.
Absolutely, it's a community, and not even trying to say that in like a flowery, pretty. The community is a great way. The drama is also awesome. You'll be taken back to 1999.
What would bring? Yeah, I think it's definitely the community, joining a guild, getting buddies, and you got to do stuff together.
Yeah. Uberbandit, you have any questions?
I am building a list of questions.
Ooh.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take the pizza one from Profound Laughter because it's easy. My favorite pizza is pepperoni pizza from Lou Malnati's.
Well, you're Sirken. There's an order. You're skipping it.
Oh my god. All right, just start at the
All
top.
right.
I don't care anymore.
Artricus wants to know, is trading red plat for blue illegal?
No, we allow cross-server trading, but it's at your own risk.
MG Kiddo wants to know, Buffalo Wild Wings, what do you get?
Oh shit. I don't really. I don't think I've ever ordered anything specifically. I just grab and eat.
Alright, you answered favorite kind of pizza. Exmo wants to know if you would take the Duke as a request for the stream.
Who's the Duke?
Oh, yeah, I would. I absolutely would.
Alright, Loanarn wants to know, what can the P99 community do to speed up the Velius release?
I mean, go to the Velius forums and look at that big-ass checklist of things to do.
It's a pretty big-ass checklist.
It is. There's a lot of things people can do. Go check it out.
Let's see. Matt Quee wants to know, is Calabi playing in secret?
Don't even know who that is.
Tajellan wants to know, will there still be raid classes come Velius?
We'll see in Velius.
Alright. And Profound Laughter wants to know, who's Uthgard?
Former GM on this here staff. Oh, and by the way, fuck Texas.
So, as your legal representative, I believe you may want to retract that statement.
No, fuck that. There's some states that I would literally set entirely on fire with all of the people inside of them. Texas is one of them. Another one is Florida. I would set both of those states on fucking fire. And I would sit there fucking laughing as I watched all the people in those states die.
But Florida doesn't have. If you win the lottery in Florida, that you don't pay sales tax.
I don't give
And they have
any.
Disney World.
Don't give any
And they
shit.
have Disney World. You gotta, yeah.
They
got
have.
Harry Potter
Nope.
World.
Nope. Go spend some time in
Disney World
Florida.
is great.
Go spend some
You would
time.
set fire to the happiest place on earth.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, I
oh
would.
my goodness.
It's not the happiest
These
place
are-
on earth. It's a fucking bunch of crazy fucking people is what it is. It's the craziest fucking people in the entire country all live in this one fucking corner. And I don't know if it's something in the water that attracts them or if it's just like how birds just know to fly a certain place in the wintertime. Crazy fucking people just know to go to Florida. And they just all congregate there. And it's nice for me because at least I know how to avoid crazy people now. I don't have to risk running into them in my day-to-day life. And then, yes?
There's a lot of people in Florida that they don't like P99, right?
There's a lot of people in Florida who don't fit this bill at all. They're just living in the wrong state. They're not fucking crazy and they don't deserve to be set on fire. Let me make that perfectly clear. Not everybody does. The problem is there's just so many of them that I'm willing to lose the innocent ones to get rid of the sheer volume of shitty people over there.
Oh, wow.
And then Texas is just fucking the most backwards, retarded bunch of people I think I've ever come across. I've
Oh, my
never
word.
seen people more wrong think they're more right on anything in my entire fucking life. And so that's
Sirken,
just...
is your lawyer handy?
I don't even know where my lawyer is right now. He's letting me say all kinds of shit that I probably shouldn't be saying.
But again, I ain't getting paid for this shit, so I'm only gonna do so much.
Oh, god damn it. God damn it, Uberbandit. I don't even know.
I think I
what
might
to
need
say.
to be your lawyer, Sirken, because
I need a whole fucking team of lawyers. I need
Like,
to get
at this
OJ's
point,
number and just be like, give them all to me, dude.
He cannot dig any deeper. All right, like we're already in China.
I
It's
could.
fine.
I could dig deeper. There's other states that I haven't even touched on.
headlines: Sirken hates Disneyland, Disney World.
Let's see. We have MG Kiddo wants to know if you've ever been to Cedar Point.
I don't know what
Isn't
that
that
is.
in Iowa?
I went there.
What is it?
It's a like an amusement park, like a roller coaster park.
Oh,
It's
Where?
It's a roller coaster park for sadists.
I have Six
They're
Flags Great
old
America.
roller
I
coasters,
don't-
and they hurt you physically.
Oh,
Yeah,
I hate
no.
those.
No, I have no idea what that is. I would never go there. It sounds horribly horrible.
Yeah, they're little old roller coasters. They put you in a box and they shake the fuck out of you, and then they tell you to get off. It's awful.
Oh,
That's-
my God.
McKence wants to know: does the PvP server have an active raiding community?
Yes.
sure
All right.
does. Well,
Can you name some of the
These
guilds
numbers should
offhand?
Holocaust, Azrael, Force, Suave. There's a Spanish guild called Domingos de Norath.
isn't the Flowers of Happiness still there?
Flowers of Happiness are still there, although I'm not sure who has the leader tag at the moment. So, actually, all these nerds spamming chat right now, that's Flowers of Happiness people.
Oh.
Yeah. Daisy was a Flowers of Happiness person, and so that's why they are all here shitting up chat room right now.
Let's see.
Gotcha.
Alpha Lutz wants to know. Go ahead.
No, you say it.
What? Oh. Alpha Lutz wants to know, what can I do to kill Class R?
I mean,
It's already dead.
shit. Cucumbers, how's Class R doing?
Ah, shit, I don't know. I mean, from what we see, there's no rotation anymore, so there's no Class R rotation, so what's there to kill?
Wait, what?
There's no more Class R rotation. So,
That's correct.
while Class R is not dead, it's definitely different than it was for the first year of the class system.
How do you have a system without a rotation then? Like, what are they doing?
You have two guilds right now that are in Class C, and then you have everyone else in Class R.
Right.
The big differences are Class R has lockouts, so if you kill Trachanon, you can't kill the next two Tracanons, or Class R Tracanons. And then also Vishan's Peak is Class C only, so you can't kill anything in Vishan's Peak without becoming a Class C guild.
But what they're doing a lot though is they're using the FFA spawns to get additional. You know, sure they're locked out on the R rotation, but if they get an FFA or an FFA that C's locked out of because of like a repop, they're actually getting more mobs. Okay, that's a discussion for another time.
No, I agree with you. I think, yeah, absolutely that's true. But here's the thing. I have no fears that IB or TMO will prevent guilds from not getting the pixels that they feel those guilds don't deserve.
But we're locked out. We're locked out for 12 hours out of.
Oh,
out
you
of
just gotta
Class C.
pick. You just gotta pick your mobs smarter.
Oh yeah, no, we picked the ones we wanted.
Yeah.
But it's just. But Alpha has a follow-up question that's pretty good. You should read that one. Uberbandit.
Yeah, I was working on it. Then whoever's dominating Class R should remote to Class C, should they not? Took me a minute. What is your opinion?
I think that Class R has changed very recently, and I don't think it's fair to say that any guild is dominating anything. It's too early to see what's actually happening right now.
Because let me see if I got this.
Waiting for it to
Basically,
shake out.
their Class R is now competing for mobs, but if they get it, they do go on lockout, so they cannot participate in the next one, basically.
The
Is
next
that
Class
sort of
R
how it's
one.
working?
Yeah. If you
Right,
kill
the
a
next
Class
Class
R
R.
Trachanon, you can't kill the next 2 Class R Tracanons.
Okay. It's interesting. I don't know if I necessarily dislike it, because everyone still has a shot, and they do still have to somewhat compete.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
personally, I think it's better this way. I think all the Class R guilds started to get real soft and complacent over the last 12 months. And I think it should be a free-for-all within Class R, because it will realistically start to prepare you for Class C if that's what you want. And I don't know. I think it's I know a lot of guilds hate me for saying that, and maybe it's just because of my live background, I don't know. But I think free for all within Class R is better than rotation within Class R.
And it's not even full free-for-all. You still have lockouts. I mean, right now it's just operating as it was originally intended to operate.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. This is the system we had in our brains when we separated the classes.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Profound Laughter wants to know how a guild becomes Class C.
they kill a VP mob.
Kill a VP mob.
Well, you can kill a Class C mob. That's non-VP.
Oh,
to
I
go
guess
C.
that's a thing too. I forgot all about that. Thank you, cucumbers.
Let's see. That's the end of those. Yeah, that's all I have for that.
Well, on that note, I'm calling it, because I'm gonna tell you something. I'm a little pissed off, and I'm gonna figure out how to deal with my anger issues.
All right.
So, on that wonderful note, cucumbers, thank you so much for joining us this evening. I hope you had fun. I hope
Bunch
you
of fun.
are more active on the Reddit, because I miss seeing your name over there. And all you other people, if you came late, maybe you missed the beginning, reddit.com or / look, do your Reddit thing, but just put Project 1999 at the end of it. That's a thing. You can go there. There's lots and lots of P99ers there, and it's a lot more civilized than the P99 forums. So, I mean, maybe not anymore, because I just told everyone to go there, but it's if you're looking for like actual discussions or questions, it's a good place for those things. And also, if you're a warrior who's 50-something and likes to AFK in East Commons, shoot
Gotta be
cucumbers.
60.
Oh, sorry, 60 only. My bad.
It's disgruntled former officers. Gotta
Wow,
make that
you are just
distinction.
making it hard as shit to get in. Send him a
Yeah.
tell. He'll tell you all the list of requirements to join Idiots and Savages. It's a new up-and-coming guild on the server. I made jokes.
Oh.
Oh, god damn it.
I'm tending your chat on the way out, so
Sorry,
yeah, I was
You have to
trying
cue me.
too.
I'm not on the ball right now. I've been off the ball for a little bit.
it's fine.
Knix,
Yeah.
say bye.
Okay. Good night, guys. This is Knix from P99. We are a fun group.
Yeah.
And oh my goodness, I've got ears. I've got people talking in my ears. They want me to really ask you about how do you feel about Class R poop socking mobs for 16 hours before we close.
I think it's hilarious. I think it's absolutely hilarious.
Okay. Good night.
Uberbandit,
Yes.
say goodbye to these wonderful people.
Chat, it's been a good time. I'm very glad that my band finger got some warming. There's a special place in my heart for that particular button. Thank you all for your questions. They were all excellent. And I mean, what you want to give them a teaser on what's coming in next week, Sirken?
Oh, I don't. Just in case it doesn't work out, I don't want to make promises I can't deliver.
Right, there might be something, probably, maybe, probably not. But if you go there, you will see things.
There you go.
Chat.
I like it. I like it. Also, Uberbandit, I don't know, but I told you that the one person who said something about you on the one video,
Mhm.
he said something about you on the next video too.
Ah.
So
Well, thank you, person who says things about me on the videos. You're the reason I'm here.
Yeah, well, you might be the reason I get him to sit down and do another Bloomin' Opinions.
That's
So,
also actually pretty true.
We need to
I'll
make
do
that a
anything
thing.
for my fans.
You have fans, and that's what they want. Guess what, nerds? Put them on hold. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hit the follow button if you haven't hit the follow button. It'll let you know when I stream. I don't make big gaudy posts in the threads on the forums, and so it will help you a lot. If you miss things or you want to watch the old things, youtube.com/SirkenP99. And if you've got that itch for classic EverQuest, we do it better than anyone else on the internet. www.project1999.com. Go there and scratch that itch. And I'll talk to all you pals next week. Goodbye.